Hi folks, it's Jo here. Now I don't know about you, but I cannot remember the amount of times that I have left late on the Friday afternoon to head out bush to go have a weekend out in the bush. And you know, the last thing that I usually do before I leave town is go and buy myself a hot chook so then I can have something to eat on the road without having to stop anywhere for any length of time. But what invariably ends up happening is that I have about a half a chicken's worth of cooked chicken meat left, and so I need to find something to do with it the next day. Make sandwiches, but I've actually found a really easy little recipe to turn that chicken meat into chicken and corn soup. So that's what I'm going to show you how to do today, and it's only got a few ingredients and I'll run through them with you now. So we need to have corn, of course, which is the creamed corn. We need to have just one onion, finely diced, a little bit of oil, about 800 millilitres of water, and of course our cooked chicken. So I'll just grab that out of the Engel. So I popped that in there and I stripped it off the bones last night, and we've got our chicken meat in there. So there's about a half a chicken's worth of chicken meat as well. So now this recipe should take you no longer than about a half an hour from start to finish. All you need to do, I've had my pan here, or my little camp oven has been heating up, and this can be done over a little butane stove, over a gas stove, it can be done over the campfire, or it can be done over some charcoal or heat beads. So I've just got about 2 tablespoons worth of oil in this little cup. So I just need to put that into the bottom of the pan. So now that the oil is nice and hot, we just need to add our finely diced onion. Now I've used quite a big onion. If you can only get little ones, just use 2 small ones. So that's sizzling away nicely. So the onion's just perfect now. So the chicken goes in next. Got about a half a chicken's worth of meat here, and I've just cut it up into smaller little pieces. And that just all goes in to the pot, and that will be cooked now for a couple of minutes as well. The chicken and onion are done. Now we just need to add the can of creamed corn. And of course, they're so easy to open these days. So we just stir the creamed corn in with the chicken and onion, then add, I just measure it into the empty corn cans, and usually it's about 2 of these, depending on how thick you want it. If you want it reasonably thin, probably add some more, otherwise 1 to 2 is enough. So now that's all there is to it. Lunch is just about ready. So I'm just going to have a bit of a clean up, put the lid on, and come back, and it'll be ready for us to have for lunch in no time. As you can see, I've had a clean up. I'm all ready for my lunch now. I'm just going to lift the lid and see how it's going. Oh, look at that beautiful steaming hot, beautiful soup. Just going to have a little try and see whether it needs any seasoning. Probably a little bit of salt and pepper. I like a lot of pepper, but it's up to you how much you put in. So we just stir that in a little bit, and now all we have to do is, once it's all stirred in, get ourselves either a soup ladle, or I just use a cup, and put it into your soup bowl. So go find yourself somewhere nice and quiet, either in the sun or in the shade, wherever you like to be, and sit down and have chicken and corn soup for lunch. So 30 minutes from start to feast, and you've got enough there to be able to feed probably 4 people, but I'm going to go and take my bowl of soup now and have my lunch.